Hi, how are you? I'm trying to make a video for answer on this question. What is the difference between modality and tonality? When we speak about music, or you listen some symphony, concert, sonata, surely you notice that there is this double name: C minor, B flat major, D minor. And these two names are a little like forename and name from people, a person. I am Aldo Bova. Aldo is forename, Bova is name. Bova is the name of a family. There is a lot of Bova. Sergio Bova, Casimiro Bova, Francesco Bova. And the forename Aldo, when it is related with Bova, it's Aldo Bova, me. But when it is related to other, Aldo Rossi, Aldo Bianchi, is another people with the same forename but from another family. Something similar happened with this double name: C major, D minor. We will. I try to explain this. First, we have to know that the tonality C, D, B, F is new, is recent, more new than the modality: major, minor, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Hippolydian. This tonality was the way of thinking and making music, and from the ancient Greek and Roman musician, and then in the Middle Age, and then in the Renaissance. It was no problem of tonality. We can see in a certain way that all the music was in C, in the tonality of C, but all the piece was made in different modality. After we changed opinion about music, and we were more concentrated in tonality, and we used there was 12 modality. We used just two, major and minor. So now we have 12 tonality: C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A, B flat, B, 12. And two modality, major and minor. Okay, this is the historical preface. Now we will see in the practice what is the difference. And for this reason I have to move my camera so you will see the keyboard. Okay, I hope all is okay. This is a C. And when we see C major, we see a piece written with a scale, with the note of a scale of C major. And the scale of C major is a scale that starts by C. When we say a scale or a piece in D major, we are speaking about a scale that starts from D, arrive until D, and in which the relationship between the notes are the same. And when we say a scale of B flat major, it starts from B flat and arrive to B flat. So the first thing to understand that the first name C, B, G, G sharp is the name of the note from them starting this scale. The second name, the modality, the mode, is the way in which this scale is being done. We can make a sample with a song. For example, Bruder Jacob, Frère Jacques, Fra Martino, Brother Jacob. I will play Brother Jacob in C major. I start, by chance it starts by C. Not all the music in C major start by C. For example, is in C major but start with E. So we cannot say is in C major a music that start with C. No, is in C major a music that uses the note of the scale of C major. And the scale of C major, the scale, not the music, start with C. But brother Jacob start with C. Different idea about the end of Brother Jacob. I use just one finger for be more clear, because if I make this, probably you will see not so good the note. Okay, this is in C and then it is major. First difference, I don't explain how, but Brother Jacob in C minor is this. But I'm just sample, but I will not explain in this way the difference between major and minor. Can I play Brother Jacob starting by D? Of course. It will be Brother Jacob in D major. And what is the difference? It starts from D. All the note, you see the distance between C and D, it's this. So all the note will be a step higher, but with some change. In this case, only one change in the F, that became F sharp. The question is, there is a difference between Brother Jacob in C major or in D major or in E major or in F major? The answer is no. There is no difference. It's exactly the same music. Of course, it could be a difference if I have to play it. I can have some difficulties in play Brother Jacob in C sharp major. Especially if I have to play it with a recorder, with a trumpet, with something in other instrument. But for the people who is listening, there is no difference at all. There is a difference if you play two Brother Jacob, one after the other. One here and one here. Okay, there is a difference, but because I listen both one after the other. But if I start, I will play you Brother Jacob. Thank you. For the people, for the listener, is a Brother Jacob. It's not important at all if it is in E major, D major, C major. So the first name, A, B, C, D, told us from which note is starting the piece, the scale in which is written the piece. And this is not so big important. It's important for the performer because it could be some difficulties. It's important from the singer. When singer asks us, please can we sing Brother Jacob a little lower because I have problem to arrive at this note. It was here, okay, we can make Brother Jacob lower. So it's easy for you for sing it. But there is, from point of view of music, there is no difference at all. So, when you change the tonality, you are changing the first note of the scale in which is written this piece. And of course you have to make sharp, flat or something, because all must remain the same. When you change modality, major, minor and other, it was 12 mode, you are changing the relationship, the distance, the structure, the pattern of the scale. And these change a lot the music. If we want to see what is the difference between different modes, we have to play Brother Jacob on the white case, but starting from another note. If I start from here, without changing, no, just using the white case, I will be not a Brother Jacob in D major, but Brother Jacob in D something else. In this case, it's not D minor, it's another D. We can call them D Phrygian, D Aeolian, it's not important the name. You see, it's different. It's different here, here, and here. This is a different mode. If I start Brother Jacob from E, it will be a Brother Jacob completely different. Very strange. If I start from F, at the beginning it seems the same, it's incorrect, but after it's changing. Look at this. And if I start from a B, it will be a very crazy Brother Jacob. This is completely crazy. There is a great difference between one mode and another mode. It was 12 mode, but we can see that it was 8 mode. 12 is a little more theoretical than practical. It changed the mode from the note of which you started. At the moment in the music that we have now, we use 2 modes, major and minor. I will play you Brother Jacob in 2 modes, major and minor, using only the white key. Major is starting from C. And minor is starting from A. A little sad. In the music that we have now, in the Europe and the classical music, we have just 2 modes, major and minor. But before, in the Middle Age and the Renaissance, in the Greek and the Roman music, there was at minimum 8, or someone will tell 12 mode. So, just for ending, when you speak about the tonality, C major, C sharp major, D major, you are speaking of the note, of the first note of the scale in which is written this piece. For Elise is written in A minor, but I can play for Elise in G minor with the A minor, G minor, and you will not notice the difference. Or in E minor, in A minor. Or in F minor. Or in C minor. There is no difference. And if you listen some music and someone tell you nothing, you can recognize if it is in A minor, in E minor, in F minor. But it's completely different if I play for release in A major, changing the mode. It's another Elisa. And the original one so in effect we could have all the music in one tonality. We don't need to change tonality. It's something that the composer did and then the performer make, but it's just for the people who is playing. That is the difference, to make some piece in C major or in D major or in E major or in F major. All change if we change the mode, because the mode is a way of organizing the note. If something is in major, this is major, C major, the original tonality from Bach. But if I play it in G major, it's perfect. It changes if I play it in C minor. Completely. Probably it was more right. It was more true the idea of the Renaissance and Middle Age music. We have just one tonality and a lot of modality. Because the fact to change tonality is change the music, is changing the music. To change tonality is changing nothing, just some problem for the performer, but it's exactly the same. Jingle Bell is in C major or in G major or in F major or in D major, I don't know. It's depend for your voice, for your instrument. This one was in D major, but it was the same in C or in B flat. You recognize the difference between one and the other if you listen together, one after the other, but not if you listen alone. This was release in D minor, and this in G minor. There is no difference. Okay, I hope it has been useful. If you have a question, don't worry, ask me.